Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I don't know if this is. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know. I don't know if this is a review or what. But we had two amazing prog turds fall into the bowl this week. Two great big dollops of prog flavoured doo-doo land in our laps, and I thought, you know what, you guys love it when I rant and rave about really awful music, and I thought, well, how can I resist? How can I resist what I am? You know, who can resist what he desires? And you desire the truth, or at least my opinion, which I regard as the truth. You might not. That's for another day. So here we are, ranting and raving, and I'm going to give you a 2 for 1, 2 delicious turds for the price of one. And the first turd up is Stephen Wilson. But you knew this was coming. He has a new single out, though it's not really a single because it's nearly 10 minutes long. Personal Shopper from his new album, The Future Bites. Oh, if you've been paying any attention to Mr. Wilson, paying any attention to his current campaign for that, it's so 1997, isn't it? It's very well. It's a conflation of many different things. Some of us remember back to when Radiohead were doing the rounds, and they were very anti-consumerist back in the day. So you get kind of a whiff of that, and in the ridiculous way that he's framing his concept. I alluded to in my social media posts, if you dare follow me there, but you probably don't, I alluded to Nathan Barley. He's gone full Nathan Barley, and you never go full Nathan Barley. And so we were delivered the amazing Personal Shopper. It is the musical equivalent of shooting fish in a barrel. Fish, see what I'm doing with this. This is clever, and they are both linked because Wilson worked with that other fellow back in the day. So Personal Shopper is an anti-consumerist rant put to a four to the floor beat. It's very disco. So all those Stephen Wilson fans hoping that he'd return to the prog sphere are going to be disappointed, because he's gone disco. He's gone disco, my friend. Che Guevara to a disco beat. But this time it's anti-consumerism, and again, you read the lyrics. He is basically, I mean, because let's be honest, Wilson has made his money selling his own product over and over again, repackaged, rejiggered. You've seen it recently with that awful In Absentia box, which was 70 quid, and a massive mastering error on the Blu-ray, which rendered it completely useless. But not happy with reselling everything he's ever done multiple times, he writes a lyric. I mean, like I said, buy the box set and the kinds of stuff you've bought before 1,000,000 times. See, he's taking a big shit on your record collection and he's rubbing your nose in it. I think it's called The Future Bites, The Hand That Feeds You. I think that is the actual full title of the album, because this is what we've got here. It's not the first time that a musician has railed against rampant consumerism. It's been done many times before. As a Michael Brook fan, he covered it with his song Rock Paper Scissors on the album of the same name. Go listen to that. It's done in like 3 minutes 50 seconds. It's a lot shorter. The message is a lot more concise and much more memorable track, whereas this is if you looked up the word facile in an illustrated dictionary, there'd be a picture of Stephen Wilson hunched over his drum machine. It is in terms of musicality, it's the musical equivalent of a damp fart. It is just, there is no music to it. It's not music at all. It's just him, doing what he does. And I'm sure you're going to love the new album. I'm sure you'll love it, but it is appalling, and he should be ashamed of himself. But it does show what I've said before in my other videos, that Wilson has a complete lack of musicality. There's not much to him. There isn't much there. It's all surface. There's no depth, There's not a lot going on here. But you saps will buy it up, and he'll take the piss out of you with the lyrics. You see, that's how he's smarter than you, because you'll give him the money and he'll mock you in the songs. And it's a funny old world, isn't it? Isn't it a funny old world? So, yeah, that's a turd you're going to have to avoid. I'm sure the album would be wonderful. But yeah, the future's shite, especially when Wilson turns it into a record. But you'll love it. You'll love it. And you'll buy the deluxe box set, won't you? So that's that one. And the other great dropping was Fish. Yay! Banned from all his gigs. You'd have to pay me to listen to you sing. You can't even hold a note in a bucket these days. And he's brought out the I guess you'd call it the heart of the final album, which he's keep promising us for years, called it Weltschmerz. It's a German expression. How do you describe it? I think it's a term for just like kind of the world being not sick, but not being right. You know, I think if you're German out there, please correct me. But because I studied German back in the day, when I was young. So yeah, I think that's kind of what it alludes to. But Mr. Fish, the great nationalist. Remember, the only acceptable form of nationalism is Scottish nationalism. He's got his stall out again, and he's taken us back in time to 1990. Oh yeah, and this lovely cut that he's delivered, it's just him repeating himself. Doesn't he actually look at the words? Doesn't he actually listen to what he's doing? You know, he's taking you back to a vigil in the wilderness of mirrors. And what's the song that was off of that? There was a song, one of the first singles off of that, such a long time ago now. He's basically repeating himself about, you can't trust the government. We've all been deceived. Yeah, because his brand of politician has got all the answers. Yeah. I don't know why anyone would listen to Fish for fun or enjoyment, because again, it's another one who's been ploughing the same furrow for the last, crikey, 30 years, is it? You know, an appalling piece of music, and the video is hilarious. It's good fun. They've actually managed to capture him in a good light for once. That's good. But no, appalling song and appalling video. But again, you saps out there will buy it and eat it all up. What you need to do is I'll need to release, I don't know, maybe a silicone mask of my face so you can wear it in the front row of his concerts. Not that he'd ever remember me. He was probably drunk when he really left that comment anyway. But yeah, Fish with his Weltschmerz, because hey, that's catchy, and it just rolls off the tongue. It's him trying to prove that he's a man of the world. He's one of those citizens, world citizens, isn't he? You know, I'm just like you. I'm just like you guys. You know, I'm just like you. I'm telling you how it is. Look at me telling you how it is. Buy the record, please. Please buy the record. Again, somebody who thinks he's a poet, but really he never really managed to escape the hallowed halls of the sixth form, and his words and the musical accompaniment is just, again, facile. It's not even funny anymore. But there you go. You'll buy it because you're stupid and you think it's progressive, and it ain't. It's just more repetition, more of the same served up to you again and again and again, and you'll fall for it. So yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? There are two turds for the price of one. But there you go. You'll keep buying it. Because you haven't learnt your lesson. Both of those guys just absolutely taking the piss out of you. And that's it. That's a good little bitch, isn't it? It's good. It's getting dark. Oh, the storm clouds are coming in. But yeah, it's funny they both kind of dropped in the same week. What can you do? I've got to criticise, especially when the music out there at the moment is just so weak. And it's not even funny, and you guys still fall for it, and it really worries me. You need to spread your net a bit further if you think that the height of progressive music is Stephen Wilson and Fish, because it ain't. All right, there's much more out there for you to explore, but it's not necessarily in these areas. You know what I mean? You got to look elsewhere. But anyway, do leave a comment about how much you hate me in the box below and how I'm wrong. I'm wrong, you're wrong, I'm right, you're right. How's that? Does that make us equal? But there you go. Do listen to them. Do listen to Personal Shopper and Weltschmerz. They're both available on the YouTubes for free to listen to. They'll get a coin. They'll get a magic coin for 1 million listens. But yeah, I do find that music is in such a sad position at the moment, and it ain't going to get any better. Meanwhile, Genesis want you to buy their tickets to their gig. It's like coronavirus will save us from all this bad stuff. It's time to wipe the slate clean. If only that virus would kill all the musicians, we could start again. All those entitled musicians with their opinions, if we could get rid of them, we could start again. And thank you for watching. My name's Darren Locke. There's only one more thing left to say is I'm losing the light. I'm losing the light. But more importantly, prog on.